All right, you guys, welcome back. And we've got a fresh episode for you of
What's the trend?
You Know It, You Love It. We're going to talk all things pop culture. I've got my co host, Aaron Weeks. I am Casey Mason. And guys, we're celebrating episode number
34.
34. Hard to believe.
Big number
That's
there.
right. We just keep climbing.
Wait till we get to 50. We're going to get there actually probably sooner than we think.
We're going to have to get some Botox. Oh, wait, the podcast. I got
Yes,
you.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
All right, you guys, we're going to start off with some local events as we always
Yes,
do on the
always.
show.
What have you got for us this
That's
week?
right. So starting off here, we know that Korean pop music is now taking over Evansville with the Forever K-pop concert. It's coming to the Old National Events Plaza. Organizers say that Forever K-pop is a celebration concert, that what it does here is it fuses that cinematic spectacle with arena-style production. It's going to feature live performances, of course, smash hit songs that are made famous by BTS, Blackpink, and Cat's Eye. The show takes place on Wednesday, April 15th at 7. Tickets are available right now over at Ticketmaster.com. I love this.
That
This
is.
cool.
K-pop is really coming over here in a big way, and it has been for a while, but it's like, especially with K-pop Demon Hunters, like, sky's the limit when it comes to that. I love that we're getting, like, a little bit of multiculturalism, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. K-pop is popping, guys.
very much so.
So, Aaron, what do you have for us in local?
Yes, in my local news, if you're a big fan of monster trucks, you're definitely going to want to check this one out. Monster Jam is returning to Evansville on Saturday, April 25th, so you have plenty of time to get tickets for that. The event is full of trucks, amazing stunts, action-packed excitement, and big air that you'll all get to see live. And the event features 12,000-pound trucks.
My goodness.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No.
I can barely handle my Corolla, but you know what? Organizers say the trucks will stay on two wheels and fly through the air, and competitors and huge speed and skill. Tickets are also available on Ticketmaster.com right now, so go check it out.
My ears hurt just hearing you read that story as far as it's so loud at that. I mean,
Yeah.
they bring their kids and they get those little earphones and stuff. But I know people love it, though. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
People, my cousin was just telling me about it. She went, and it's obviously a traveling thing, and
Yeah.
her son was like, yes, it was amazing. So check it out if you're in town. And
I had a friend that she took her kids to, or just two boys,
Mhm.
or just three, but the two older ones, she took them to Disney on Ice one night and then to like a monster truck jam the next night. I said,
Love.
that's versatility in your weekend right
Love.
there. Love it. She said I said, which one did they like better? She's like, take a guess. All right. So that's your local, kind of just playing out your calendar here
Yeah.
for you guys this weekend.
Mhm.
Now, you guys know the drill. Aaron and I are going to get to some of our top headlines over in the world of movies.
Yes, we love it. So kicking off with some exciting movie news, Scream 8 is officially in development after the extreme success of Scream 7 that just came out
Yeah, I
in
feel like we just
February.
had this.
It
Great.
just came out. So sisters Lila and Nora Zuckerman have been tapped to write the 8th installment, and some of their credits include Poker Face, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Suits, and Fringe. Now, Scream 7 is the highest grossing installment of the franchise so far. It took over $200 million worldwide, which is kind of unheard of a horror movie, but it's, horror is back in a big way. Now, there's no details on the plot or release date as of now, but I'm interested in see what direction they take the franchise in.
Yeah, what do you think?
Scream 7,
Because I haven't seen Scream 7. You
yeah,
have, though.
I have. I always keep it real on this. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. There was to be fair, there was a lot of hype around it.
There
Already
was.
coming in. But it was my least favorite one, but they could quickly, it's new writers, could be a new story, they could pivot in a different direction. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah, it's funny. Over the weekend, we actually watched the movie Anaconda, the new one that's out.
Love.
Thank you. I agree with Jack Black and Paul Rudd, if you guys haven't seen it yet. I went into that thinking, this is going to be not, this, obviously an Oscar award-winning film here.
Well, right.
Going to be cheesy and maybe silly and kind of funny. Well, obviously very funny.
Yeah.
So I went into it with like low expectations. So
Mhm.
we loved it. And then it's funny, you go into a film like Scream that was blown up thinking it's going to be great, and then it ends up being a little bit of a letdown. So I think maybe the rule of thumb here is just go into everything thinking it's not going to be great, and then it'll exceed your expectations.
I think that's the way to go about it.
That's how you
for
live your
sure.
life, right?
Yes.
Well, Aaron, I think if anyone's going to know, it's you. So I'm glad you actually have
For better or worse.
7.
Yes.
I need to catch up and watch it. Even if it's not great, it's on my bucket list to watch.
You should.
And of course, we also rewatched Sinners. Winners the other night. Oh, speaking of, again, if you guys have not watched
If you haven't checked it out, you got to.
you know.
It's an Oscar winner.
It is. All right. So, also in movie news, we'll get to my story here for you guys today. We're going to go from movies now over to TV, though. The wait is officially over. It has felt like forever.
I could not agree more.
I'm talking Euphoria season 3 is finally set to debut. It's going to be this Sunday. So our episodes come out on a Friday. This is going to drop on Sunday at 9 o'clock on HBO. Now, we've talked about this show before. It's been 4 years since that second season debuted, which is definitely an unusually long amount of time to wait for a new season, especially a big show like this. But fans are expressing their excitement after the long wait. And in a synopsis here of this season, so the characters that we've all grown to love, of course, even though they've, with love and hate, I guess we could say they've all been through it. They've moved on from high school and are now in their 20s, navigating those typical things from their new lives, their jobs, along with the occasional drama, and also that drama-filled run-in with drug dealers. The show is pretty heavy. It deals with drug use and etc.
From the get-go, it's always been a pretty heavy show.
Yeah.
Especially in high school.
No, I know, like these high schoolers. I was like,
my friend told me that she's like, I basically went to Euphoria High.
Right?
And I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, one thing I noticed when they've dropped the trailer, if you will, for season 3 is they now have the ability to, when you watch a movie and it'll be like Oscar award nominated actor and Sundance Film Festival, and all the stars that are on Euphoria have gone out and done such big things with their careers since that second season that they were basically able to list all of these accolades from the stars that are in Euphoria.
Between, that 4-year period.
Jacob Elordi.
Yes. Oscar
Sydney
nominee.
Sweeney.
Emmy nominee. Emmy winner, Zendaya.
Zendaya, of course.
And
I mean,
Alexa
etc.
Demi.
Yeah, Alexa Demi.
Yes. Hunter Schafer.
I love it. They can
Maud Apatow.
Yes, they can basically promote the show and be like, oh, by the way, our cast is
we got all the winners and the nominees on our show. So that's cool.
Yeah, I believe I saw where Zendaya did say too, like, this is it.
I think, my gosh, we waited 4 years.
Yeah.
It's time to wrap it up.
Giving Stranger Things.
Worse. Stranger Things we had to wait for 3 years, and they had special effects. This show has no special effects, and we still waited 4 years.
I know. The special effect is just all the drama.
Yeah, pretty much. The behind the scenes, like, chaos. But, we kind of...
Do you think that when you have people like Jacob Elordi, they go on to be, like, Oscar nominated and...
I think they have to know you have a limited amount of time with these people again.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Do you think they wanted to come back and finish this out, or?
It seems like the way that the actors talk about it, that they have a huge appreciation for the show because it is where they kind of took off.
Yeah.
I mean, Zendaya had already been like a child actor, and she'd been in like the Spider-Man movies, and but like this catapulted her to like an adult star.
Yes.
So I think she said in an interview recently that she appreciates the role so much and what it's brought to her life. So
I remember looking up who Sydney Sweeney was, thinking, she was really praised for her character's acting in season 2 because of some of the storylines, like the scene in the mirror where she cries and it's crazy. She did such a good job in that scene. I remember thinking, that young lady's going to do big things. And now here we are, fast forward years later, she's a household name.
Yes.
So you can see what can happen with their careers.
It's crazy.
So I think it's cool that they're going to at least tie a bow on it for fans, and then they can get back to those massive projects that they're a part of. That being one of them, though.
Exactly.
Euphoria is huge. So Aaron, let's move on now to our next story in today's podcast.
Yes. An iconic piece of cinema memorabilia just sold for a whopping $1 million. I almost said 100 million. But hey, in my eyes, it's worth $100 million. The light-up C-3PO head from George Lucas's iconic sci-fi film The Empire Strikes Back just sold. It delivered the largest sale of an auction thus far when it comes to cinematic memorabilia, besting items from films like Jaws, which you know.
Oh, yeah, you know.
My bread and butter right there.
Weeks loves.
Lord of the Rings trilogy, Pirates of the Caribbean, Top Gun, Batman Begins, and more blew it out of the water. Now, I want to say big congrats to whoever won that big piece of memorabilia because like, that is such a huge piece of cinema.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Weeks is like, "And if you wouldn't mind providing your address and what hours you're not going to be home."
Yes, yes.
We would never, but no, it's cool to see that. Who are these people that buy this stuff up? I wanna know.
I would love to know too because, I mean, everybody you first of all, you gotta have the money for it.
That's true.
I'm like, I guarantee they don't take payment plans.
Can I start on a
Yeah,
10-year or start
uh,
out to a 5-year plan or
do you have a PayPal account? Like
just Venmo us, it's fine.
yes, yes, but I think it's gotta be obviously somebody of the coin and somebody who's a huge fan.
Somebody of the coin. You're so funny, Aaron
Um,
Weeks. No, it's true though. I gotta say too, if you're gonna buy something like this, you have got to have some sort of family gathering or at least a dinner party just so you
yes.
can show it off. I mean, I'd be like, "Hey, if everybody wants to, like, come over to my house tonight around
Oh
7,
my gosh,
oh
it's
my
in a
gosh, how did Dorothy's ruby slippers get out? Let me just."
it would be in a light up, like, glass
Yeah,
case
yeah,
being like,
on
"Oh, that
display.
little old thing?
Yeah.
Okay."
I actually, know somebody that was on The Price is Right, and they have their name tag displayed in their home with, like, a spotlight, and I was like, "I
That's
don't even
kind
blame
of
you."
like I don't blame you either. That's so cool.
All right, shifting gears now to music. We're gonna talk
Mhm.
about Grammy-winning pop star Olivia Rodrigo. My 14-year-old niece Cheney, as she would say, Slay, is the one who told me. I found this out from her. So, I'm keeping with what the kids are into
Yeah,
here.
got to.
She's like, Aunt Casey, did you know that Olivia Rodrigo announced that she's going to be coming out with a new album? So here you go. Coming this summer, she says that her third album will be titled "You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love."
Love.
Ooh. She told outlets that her creative challenge with this project was to write from a joyful place. Same girl. The album is expected to drop on June 12th. Of course, I joke my 14-year-old likes her music, but hey, so do I. I think Olivia is very talented. She's got a great voice too.
She does. She was in my top artists of the 2025,
That's right.
which I was kinda shocked, but then I was thinking about it, I was like, "Well, I do listen to a lot of her
You
songs
forget
now
how
that
many
I think
songs she
about it."
has. They're
She's
so
got a
good.
lot of hits under her belt. Those 2 albums that she's got, my gosh,
I'm looking forward to this
I
one
love.
for sure. So there you go,
Mhm.
fans. There you have it.
Yes, and more music news. Cardi B is back in the headlines. She just secured yet another legal, win
She's
for
gonna be an attorney
she
before it's
might
all
I
done.
mean, at this point, she might as well be. A Texas judge dismissed a $50 million copyright infringement lawsuit against her. Now, let me walk you through this. Back in 2020, Robert sorry, back in 2024, Joshua Frostborough and Miguel Aguilar, they claimed that the song Enough that she had written and sang was copyrighted from them. And Enough had been like misrepresented them and profited off their own song, Greasy Fry Bread.
Sure.
Fry Bread.
Fry bread, greasy.
I
Greasy's
see,
pretty
I am like, my words are just stumbling
This is a
today.
tough one to get through. I mean,
Bear
honestly,
bear
words
with me,
don't make sense
people.
to us. So
Now, the music duo claimed again that the release of their song Enough, kind of like blackballed them in the
really?
industry. Yeah, it's kind of weird how it all came to be, but Cardi is, she's currently on her Little Miss Drama tour, which is couldn't be more fitting, and that's running through April 18th. But big congrats to her for winning this case.
That's
The
right.
judge was like, there's no merits on this. And also, in the same breath, kind of every song takes samples of each other. It's so hard to have, I don't wanna say an original song, but everything kind of seems sampled almost at
I
this
agree.
point. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think you pull from, even if it's like a subconscious memory of a song, you're going to pull from the things that you experience and see in life,
Yes.
from art to music to even when you're writing novels. I think people pull from things. You can't help but not do that.
That's yeah.
So there's a fine line there. I think that maybe Cardi can go represent Taylor in her similar
Why
lawsuit
not?
right now.
Why
So,
not?
same thing. All right. Moving over to some celebrity news now. It was an exciting announcement. It was made last week when Sinners actress Haley Steinfeld and her Buffalo Bills quarterback husband Josh Allen, they are such a cute couple.
Yeah.
They welcomed their very first child together. I love them
They look
together.
so cute
They're so
together, you know what I
so
mean?
cute. So Haley gave birth to a baby girl on April 2nd. The couple began dating back in 2023 and then, of course, made big headlines as they tied the knot in May of 2025. They've wasted no time here and a
No.
baby in 2026. Let's go. They said that, quote, they are feeling incredibly grateful and blessed and savoring these early moments. Probably pretty tired too.
I'm sure.
So congratulations to Haley and Josh.
Now
Love to see
you
it.
you obviously have had a newborn. You tell me, those early days, what is that like?
It's funny, I was driving into work
I'm
this
never
morning.
having
Oh,
children,
ooh,
so I would love to love to
worry.
know, but
Godfather
also
mine.
sure, do not die on my
I will
watch.
not do that to you. I know it's funny. You don't know tired till you know tired.
Yeah.
I will say the sunrise shift is giving the newborn life a run
Hey,
for its money.
I work sunrise, I think I could maybe pull it off.
It's funny because you just tap into this, truly, you tap into this like superpower because you have this little person that can't help but need you. You literally are keeping them alive and you just get up and do it. But I will say, the partner you have, my
Mhm.
husband's was a tremendous help. These women, they're like, I was up in the middle of the night. And I'm like, well, I was, and then my husband was too. We both kind of tag teamed
I
it.
think
So teamwork, it makes the dream
you
work.
have to have that balance of pitching in.
Yes. I know it's funny. We have she's a good sleeper.
Mm.
I too am a fantastic
Oh, I am on my own.
snoozer. I'm quite known for my restful lifestyle. My friends always would
Love.
joke, I'll sleep in until noon if you'd let me. I don't think I'll ever outgrow that. And she sleeps, she's a great sleeper. So everyone's like, uh-oh, if you ever have
I
another
love that,
one,
though.
it's gonna be opposite.
That's the thing. My mom, I was not a good sleeper allegedly. I had colic,
You didn't know. It's not your fault.
but my
You're
mom
young.
had, of course, my brother, the golden
The
child,
golden child.
and he was like the perfect newborn.
It's
So
like
I
he
was
was
like,
speaking Mandarin before
it
he
was
even
kind of like we knew where the life was taking us
Yes. It was
very,
foreshadowing.
very early on.
Foreshadowing.
Very early on.
Are you a good sleeper now?
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
isn't that funny?
7 to 8.
I look at my daughter sometimes, we feed her, we bathe her, we put her in cozy jammies and tuck her into the most lovely little bedroom, and I'm like, "What I would give to live your life, and yet you fight me every step of the way." I was like, "If somebody asked me,
Oh
'Would
my
you like to go
god.
take a nap?' I would never fight them." So
Oh my gosh. I used to never be a nap person, but once I started this shift, I was like, "Give me sleep."
dude, there were 2 things recently in my life, becoming a mom and starting a morning news anchor job that my family and friends
Hmm?
had to literally hold back their laughter because that is so out of character and off
Oh, yeah.
brand for you, girl.
Me as
And here we
well.
are, Aaron
Here
Weeks,
we are.
taping an episode of our podcast
Love our
at
show.
7:50 in the morning.
It's beautiful.
Never thought the day would come.
We love it.
In other shocking news
Yes, yes.
here.
Very big, shocking news. I'm glad we're finally not reporting on a celebrity's death.
Goodness, right.
But Bob's Burgers actor Eugene Meerman, he did have a little run-in.
Ew.
He was injured in a fiery car crash on March 31st. Now, the actor took to Instagram to give an update on his condition, saying he's doing relatively all right now, all things considered. Now, Meerman was pulled out of the window of his car that he got in a crash and it caught fire, and that was in New Hampshire. So, he went on to thank all of the first responders and the people who helped him get out of the car and, their bravery for doing
Oh,
so,
yeah.
which I think is really cool. And I'm glad he's doing okay.
Of course.
That's a
How
close call.
scary. Yeah, we were actually talking about this the other day in between commercial breaks on Sunrise. That's what we talk about was, I wonder if there was ever a near-death experience that you don't know that you had about. Surely we've all
I think,
been
yeah.
close and just didn't know.
Oh, I'm
Kind of a
sure.
weird thought, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure, there's well, maybe it's just my dumb self who knows this. There's a statistic like we've all been in the room with a killer at some point in our life.
Wow. I mean,
And I'm
killer
like,
looks, right? It's shooting daggers
just
over
me
here.
walking into,
Hey,
the Applebee's, just like,
it is
hey,
weird. That Brian Koberger stuff, we won't get too deep into that story there, but the Iowa murder,
yes.
it was some new information released where he went to a BMV to go get his license changed, and he was sitting there talking with a woman, and that woman, now knows who it. She said it's so eerie looking back to that. Like she literally had a conversation with him and talked about the murders, to which he then changed the subject to the shirt she was wearing, and they're now able to release that because they had to
Yeah,
that was kind of
that's kind of crazy.
talk about creepy. So creepy. Well, thankfully, I don't think here at 14, I hope
No.
we're the halls of 14. We've got some characters here, but nothing too crazy.
It ain't gonna be me, I'll tell you
It's
that
not us,
much.
guys. So, all right. I'm glad, like you said too, to not talk about, a
We
celebrity
got a lot
death.
of
We've had so
despair and
much. So thankfully, we are on the rebound. Hopefully, we'll
Yes.
have a nice, good spring here with only happy news to
Hey,
report.
people love summer.
That's right.
Let's go for it.
They want to stick around for it. Okay, so in some other celebrity news here today, Aaron, I feel like we've been talking about this next topic here for, I don't know, like a year now, maybe, or maybe it just feels like a
Yeah,
year.
fair.
We're talking that lawsuit between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. It took a big turn last week. So finally, we know some answers here. A
Yes.
judge dismissed 10 of the 13 claims in Blake's harassment lawsuit against Justin. Sorry, Blake. This
Yeah.
whole battle here began in 2024, just to kind of like walk people through this
Mhm.
quickly, because it is a saga, my
I
friend.
mean, there's so many layers to
We
it.
literally can't. You actually helped like write this.
You're gonna have to literally go on your own time to see all the layers to it.
Thankfully, Aaron's the one who like wrote what I'm about to say here, so you guys can like not be in a room for 30 minutes as I don't do things very brief. I'm a long-winded gal. All right, so it all began in 2024. That's when Blake Lively sued Justin, accusing him of harassment and a smear campaign, all on the set of their movie they did together.
Mhm.
It Ends With Us. So that movie they co-starred together, and she just shared details of these allegations in a New York Times article that was published before that lawsuit came out. And that was kind of the whole catalyst there for Justin to then take legal action. So she was talking smack. He then took legal action. He accused her of defamation. Well, the judge says that her harassment claims under California law did not hold up because filming took place in New Jersey. And I mean, there's just so many more layers to the story. Taylor Swift's involved at one point. We've even got like other actors and big names. It's just everyone's just been drugged through this messy, gross situation.
And it
Just
is
honestly a lot
messy.
of entitled Hollywood buttheads involved in this, if you ask my opinion, and no one did. But I just have a feeling that this is just the beginning of what will be a lengthy legal battle, Aaron.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you. I don't think we've seen the end of this for a very long time.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still those 3 claims that they gotta get through, and who knows what's gonna happen
I
at the end of
know.
this. I mean,
You don't know until you know, and I truly believe that everyone has their version of the
yes.
story, which they always think is their version is right.
Mhm.
I do not know, obviously, Blake Lively personally. I do not know Justin Baldoni personally, but I will say from everything that's come out there, majority would say that it's made Blake Lively not look great.
I remember when it first came out, everybody was obviously on her side, which I mean, like, I get, but then Justin Baldoni's team released a 152-page document of all the things, that kind of contradicted her claims,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, that's not a great look," but, I mean, it honestly can go any way.
Yeah, it's one of those things too. I think we all have what's that? Just fatigue.
I'm very fatigued by
Very
it.
fatigued. Very fatigued.
I mean, I think it's been a year. I think it's been a year since it started.
It ends with this.
It
It ends with them.
it never ends.
It never ends.
It's the sequel, it never ends.
Exactly.
But
Uh,
hey, we'll see what happens. Again, it's anybody's game at this point.
yeah, and like sexual harassment is super serious. So you
Absolutely.
don't want to ever downplay Blake's claims, but then you also see someone come back so hard, like similar to Johnny Depp
Yes,
with
with
Amber
that amount
Heard.
of
Like, hey,
evidence.
yeah, if you're gonna accuse someone of something and then they come
Mhm.
back with a strong defense like that, it definitely has been a headline story in Hollywood. And then when it just kind of got a little cringy, it's when you started just kind of adding all those other layers. Which again,
Yes.
we will spare you guys today. You know,
There's too much
you know
to
it.
go
You
through.
love it. You hate it. There it is. There's the
Yes.
latest though. I'll just give you my immediate reaction when the judge dismissed the claims. I just said, "Oh,
Yeah, and I know
oh."
yeah, I was like, "Ooh, that's tough.
Sound effects.
That is tough."
So there you have it.
We should add sound
Blake
effects
is
to this.
pissed.
Yeah, oh, I'm
I should
sure.
call Taylor, right? And just Taylor, I'm gonna need you to make a new album. All for me.
And drop names.
Yeah, drop all the names. Taylor just does an entire album where she's just reading all the text threads.
No, she
Worst
don't
album
wanna
she ever
do
made.
that. She does not wanna do that.
Well, Aaron, any other thoughts on that story before we head out today?
I'm curious, but also fatigued with
I'm tired.
that story. We'll see how it unfolds. I say that I'm not interested in it
I'm the
technically,
same way.
but I'm also like, still give me the answers.
I'm
Because,
just
I
saying.
mean, we're already this invested in it. We might as well go the
Like
distance.
like season 3 of Euphoria. Let's tie a bow on it, folks.
It's very much like you. I'm not dying for Euphoria season 3, but I'm gonna watch
I mean,
it.
I guess I mean,
I've been with it
I'll
since day
dabble.
1. I'm gonna go with it till the end.
Ride or die, folks.
Absolutely.
Well, you know how we do on this show. We like to end it with kind of a fun fact here
Mhm.
in history on
Yes.
this day in entertainment history, if you will.
Uh-huh. In this day in entertainment history, in 1953, the first color 3D film, House of Wax, was released. Now,
Iconic.
iconic film. Now, it was one of the biggest hits of the year, and it revitalized Vincent Price's career, creating a high demand for him to play these kind of like crazed maniac roles. Like, he's been in films like House on Haunted Hill,
Love
and
it.
it's so good, but it's crazy that the 3D film is that old.
Well, you know that like Halloween is like our Christmas to you and
Uh-huh.
Aaron Weeks. We love Halloween.
Always.
Everyone that watches the show is like, we know.
We get it. Shut up.
Well, one of the best memories I ever have is with that original House on the Haunted Hill
Yeah.
movies. We watched the black and white version when I was a kid. It
I
just
think I know what you're gonna say.
the lady that like rolls out of the closet.
Like that.
We died laughing. My mom and I still like get a giggle over that scene and just the.
But it
Vincent
is
Price
kind of a
iconic.
shock out of nowhere that still
Right?
holds up. Just, like, not doing anything, and they pull her like she's on a skateboard,
See the rope.
but she's apparently not a ghost.
I
I'm like,
know.
"What in the world?"
Happening. As an 8-year-old, I was like, "What's going on here?" We love those classic horror films. They just don't make them like they used
No, they
to,
don't.
folks. They make them better.
But, hey, we're always inching closer to Halloween.
Oh my gosh, we should start a
We're
countdown. Like we're
We should.
180 days away.
Are we, like, halfway there, I
You mean look
think?
it up?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Let's see.
While I look it up, tell me, have you seen the original House of Wax?
I have, yes.
And then you saw the remake with Paris
And
Hilton,
of course I did, which I also 10 out of 10 recommend, I must say.
Honestly, it's not bad.
It's not that bad,
I
and
watched it
she
this
is
past
not
year.
that bad actually in it.
Um,
It's just kinda crazy, but
It's
it's a 2000s horror film.
It's one of the, you got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there's a million of those now. But
Yes.
guys, 206 days away, in case you were wondering, till Halloween.
Crazy.
So there you have it.
Love.
Yeah, I love Vincent Price though too. Let's see the impression of
He
him.
did
He's
Thriller.
Oh, that's terrible.
He did the, Thriller music video.
Yes,
Like,
ha.
"A dot
He
just
does the-
falls across the land."
Now, see, listen, I try to do my impression. Let me take a seat. Let the pro take a whack at it. Yeah.
Well,
I would
Your
like-
words.
You could play him. That'd be like if you tried out for SNL. You're
Oh
like,
my
I can
gosh.
do a great Vincent Price, you guys.
They'd be like, "No, we're good."
Well, Aaron, in other news, before we leave our sweet listeners who have just stuck with us through
34.
34 episodes.
I got you.
Spring has sprung. We've
Spring
got
has
people,
sprung.
rotate, flying around the moon right now. We've got the weather finally being somewhat nice out there. The days are getting longer,
Thank
dare
the
we say.
Lord.
Things are happening. Things are happening.
I'm very excited for summer. As you know, I like to be warm. The cold is not where I live,
We don't
people.
thrive. We don't.
No.
We are too pale and too sad. So let's
Yes,
get to
I'm ready
summer.
for that
I'm
summer
ready.
tan.
Yes, I am too. I sprayed mine on today. But
Mm.
the actual real summer tan will be nice too. So
Yes.
well, for now, folks, we hope everybody is having a fantastic weekend in the tri-state or wherever you are listening from. We know we have people listening
We've got people in like
from the moon.
Japan.
We have people from the moon listening.
I would love that, honestly.
Well, guys, we appreciate you more than you know. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be right back here doing another one for you next week. But for now, that is
What's the trend?
See you guys.
Bye.